Today, we are going to discuss the different parameter passing mechanisms in Java. As you know, in C, C++, etc., we have two types of parameter passing. That is called by value, and called by reference. Called by value and called by reference. Suppose that you have a main program. This is the main program, and from this you are calling a subprogram. Calling a subprogram means suppose that in the main program you have two variables, say int a comma b, and suppose that you are passing these two parameters. The function call is like this: f of ab, and here function is called, and function that this is the function f, and with the two parameters f of ab. And suppose that here you have a statement: a is equal to a star equal to 2 means a equal to a star 2, a equal to a star 2, and b divided by equal to 3 means b is equal to b by 3. This is equivalent to a equal to a star 2, and this is equal to b is equal to b by 3. Okay, that means if you are calling this is, suppose that this is a function called by value. In that case, suppose that the value of a is at 10 and b is at 15. Suppose that the values of a is equal to 10 and b is equal to 15. If this is called by value, here 10 and 15 are passed into this, and 10 and 15 are passed to this, and here in this program you have space for a and space for b. That means here in this main program you have memory allocated for a and b. This a is having 10 and b is having 50. Okay, so when we are calling this by value, this 10 is copied to the place of a, and 15 is copied to the place of b. And when this function is called, these a and b are treated here as simply local variables, and whatever changes you have made to this a and b in this program does not reflect here. That means a is here, a is treated as a local variable. Here you are passing a and b. Here your method signature may be like f of I comma j, two integers I comma j, and here suppose that is I equal to I star 2 and j is equal to j by 3. Actually we are copying these values 10 and 15 and you are putting it here, and you are sending that, or you are sending that to the function, and whatever changes to I and j made here is not reflected in this 10 and 15. That means when after returning here, the value of a and b remains unchanged if it is called by value. If it is called by value, then if it is a call by reference, if it is a call by reference, here in C, if you are aware of C, and if you studied pointers, here call by reference means instead of passing this value as such, you are going to pass the references or pointers. That means address of these locations. That means here this is called by value, and if it is a called by reference, instead of passing the values, you are passing the pointers or reference. That means this this address of these locations are passed. That means star b. Okay, then here the method signature may be like f of star I star j, and here I am going to have the content of I is equal to content of I star 2. That is, here if you are simply writing here write I star equal to 2 means here instead of passing this values here you are passing these references or pointers to this. That means address of this A is this and address of B is passed. Then these are two addresses and whatever changes you have made, that means star I is equal to star I is equal to star I star 2 means content of this location is what? 10 and that is multiplied by 2 and that is assigned. That means this will become 20 and star j by equal to 2 means content of j. What is star j? It is 15 and 15 equal to 15 by this actually 3. 15 by 3 is 5 and that is assigned to star j means this will become 5. That is called by reference in C. But in Java, we don't have the concept of pointers. We don't have the concept of pointers. So passing these type of, that means call by value is possible in Java, but call by reference by using pointers like C is not possible in Java. So here in this case we are using another technique. We are passing object as such. We are passing objects as such, and if you are passing an object, then whatever changes you have made to that object, that will be reflected in that object. So in that way, we can accomplish a call by reference. So here this is an example for demonstrating call by value and call by reference. Call by value and call by reference. So this is a class test and test is having two properties or two variables a and b. These are integer variables. Here there is a call by value method and here another method which is call by reference variable. In this call by value reference, it is expecting two integer values and two integer values to be this method is expecting two parameters int I and int j. Then I is equal to I star 2 and j is equal to j divided by 3. Now this call by reference is expecting an object of this type, an object of the same type. That means a test object means this type. That means can have like this. That means an object of this type is expecting. That means a test object is expecting, and that means object dot a equal to star equal to b means in this object the property a is equal to property into 2 and object b is equal to by 3 means okay. So how this is working, that we are going to discuss. Initially test ob1 is equal to new test, and that means new test object you have created and this is ob1 equal to test means we have two parameters a and b. This is a and this is b, and ob1 dot a is equal to 10. This value is 10. ob1 b is equal to 15. Okay. Now what is ob1 dot call by value 1015? ob1 dot call by value 1015 means this call by value, this function is called by ob1 object, that function is called. Then what will happen? This I is purely a local variable and I is equal to I star 2. That means this is a temporary variable. That means you are passing I becomes I star 2 and j is equal to j by 3. Thus these two variables, the scope of these two variables are inside this function only. Inside this function only, these are the formal parameters and the actual formal parameters, and you are going to modify that formal parameters. Nothing is reflected in this object. Okay. I is equal to I star 2 means the value 10 is copied there, 15 is copied there, then I is equal to I star 2 means I becomes 20 and j becomes what? 5. But that is not a and b of this object. Object 1 dot a and object 1 dot b remains unchanged. Okay. And after that, system println, you are going to print A and B. What will happen? A is equal to 10, B is equal to 15. Initially, whatever that means, after this call by value, whatever whatever changes you have made, that is not reflected in A and B. Okay. Now, OB1 dot called by reference object 1. This object is passed to this object as such is passed to this object. That means actually the reference variable is passed. Reference variable is passed to this called by reference, and in that obj dot, that means this object as such is passed to test dot this called by reference, and in that case obj dot a is equal to obj dot a into 2 means this becomes 20, and obj dot b by equal to obj dot b by 3 means this will become 5. Okay, so after that, if you print the value of a and b, this becomes a is equal to 20 and b is equal to 5. That means there are two types of parameter passing as far as Java is concerned. Unlike C and C++ where pointer support are there, here instead of using pointers, you are passing objects. You are passing objects. Unlike C, where there are support for pointers, here in this case we don't have any pointers. So if you want to accomplish a pass by reference, you have to pass your object as such. If you are simply passing called by value, that won't be reflected in the main program or the object. Okay, so there are two types of parameter passing. One is called by value and called by reference. If you want a call by value, then simply pass those parameters or pass the formal parameters, and if you want a call by reference, you have to pass objects. Okay, that's all about parameter passing in Java.